Sziasztok, a Tech2-t nézitek, itt ülünk a Mobile World Congresson a Sony standján, és mellettem van Diana Hernandezzel, aki egy csomó kérdésre meg fog most válaszolni. Hi Diana, thanks for the interview.
Hi, thank you for your time and happy to talk to you again.
Okay, so you announced two devices this year, a smaller one, a compact one, and a new flagship. You have new design.
Yeah.
Why did you change the design?
Well, there's a lot of evolution in this design. Before we were trying to achieve this loop surface story. Now we're bringing what we call ambient flow, and what we're trying to do here is basically bringing a whole new design with a new 18:9 display, and also seamless back with answering some of the requests of the market to have this type of features in our devices, but still having the Sony heritage. We work closely with a design center, and we deliver a different interpretation of the design, but still keeping our Soniness.
You mentioned the heritage, and one of the heritages was the fingerprint sensor was on the side, and now it's on the back. What happened? Because our users really loved the solution on the side.
Well, there are some tests that we did based on this new design and how it fits in the hand, and one of the ideal ways to make it more organic was to place the fingerprint sensor in the back. So I think it's all a balance on how the design and usage work together, and if you can see now it feels perfectly natural to go with the shape of the phone.
Okay, and the added heritage, the jack connector, you are not having it anymore. What happened? Because other manufacturers still remains to have this jack connector.
Well, before we take any decision in our design, we talk to our sister company. So you know, we have a very big heritage of audio with the Sony headphones, and we ask them what are the trends in the market that you are seeing regarding wired versus Bluetooth headsets, and they've seen quite a big jump in terms of Bluetooth enhanced devices coming to the market and being more and more on demand. So that allowed us to evaluate what was the trade-off of removing the jack versus keeping it, and we believe it's not going to be a massive impact because a lot of the Bluetooth usage is increasing and growing as a trend.
But is it difficult to have the jack connector inside? Is it expensive, or is it?
No, I think design-wise there are trade-offs that we need to make. So if you probably remember, we are increasing. We redesign and increase the power of our speakers. So that those elements of technology that we are packing into this phone required some elements of design that we need to evaluate and do these decisions and trade-offs between some of the previous features versus what's coming and we see as a trend in the market. So I think this phone itself, it's bringing a lot of the Sony technology. We have the display that it's coming from Bravia, we have the sound that's coming from our division, but we also are bringing new technologies such as the dynamic vibration system. So all of these requires design that allow us to pack a lot of technology, the Sony new features that we are adding up to this phone.
So can we say that the reason of not having jack connector is you should redesign the components inside the phone?
Yeah, well, the whole architecture of the phone is made for the convenience of having all of these in one device.
Okay, let me ask about the compact version a bit. It's still very compact, but it's a bit more higher than the previous versions. And users are worried that you can't use it only by one hand.
Well, actually, first of all, we increased the size of the display, so we have a 5-inch Full HD HDR display, so we have a very good quality in a small design. And I think the size itself is quite manageable, and I think it still keeps this footprint of the compact. But the interesting part is that we have much more features and premiumness in this device. So we we are bringing the camera, the display, the sound, everything in the compact device. So I think that's what the users will appreciate more and more for this phone.
But you don't have wireless charging in the smaller device?
This doesn't have wireless charging, but I think the key element that you use every day is the display, the sound, and the camera. So I think that those elements that are the 24/7 usage are the most important for the consumer, and it's quite nice that we have a full HD, or we achieved a full HD HDR display in this size.
Okay, so you changed the design, you changed some components. Do you plan to change the pricing strategy as well?
These two phones sit in the premium range. Each market has a different pricing, so that is something that we probably can check in your local market. But this sits in the premium price band.
Okay, thank you for your time. That was all my questions. It was a pleasure for me. Thank you.
Thank you.